And welcome once again. I am the database guy. We are at video 5. Again, we're still in forms. And this is going to be a long-winded one because there's a lot of things that go on in forms in different ways. And again, I haven't nothing new here on the presentation because we've gone through all of that. So some things we want to hit here. First thing we want to do is establish the edit capability. Okay. Uh, we need to, in this case, look at and let's go back to our flow chart in Excel. I have it as book 1 here. We completed this one, all right? Now, in the sense that without VBA, we can add a new book, we can add the authors, we haven't validated anything yet, all right? We haven't done anything with the setting the form to allow additions true or false or anything like that. But we've done the general basic concept of being able to add the author, visually make sure we have everything. Now, we're not doing the code check on this yet, but it does work. Now, we want to do the same thing here for the edit book. So we have to append the book to the temp table, and we have to append, and actually there's one here, but I missed. I'm going to have to add it. And actually, it should be in both. I'll copy this. We have to delete the temp tables first. And so that's what's going to happen even over here too. Now we have the delete query. So, whoops, let's try that again. Copy. Let's try control copy and control paste. Right. So we, as you see, we begin with the deleting of the temp tables to clear everything out, and we end with the deleting of the temp tables to clear everything out. So you may say, well, why are you doing it a second time? Why are you doing it initially if you're going to do it at the end? It's a good reason why. I want to make sure nothing's in those tables. It's a fail-safe. It's good practice. And when you write it in code, it'll be easy enough to achieve. Okay. Going back to the database here, we're going to have to write 2 queries. Now, within here, first query is going to be, let's go to create query design, and we're going to bring in to our links. We're going to bring in our books table. And we are going to all right, we're going to bring in all 4 of those fields. And we're going to set this as an append. And we're going to go into the reverse method of appending to the temp table. Right here, our books temp table. So when we added a book, right, we would enter the information into the append table, the temp table. We would append that information to the main table. Now we're going in the reverse method. We're going to take the book from the main table and append to the temp table. Now here's the caveat to this. How do we know which one to append? How do we know? Well, in our criteria, we're going to go to build. We're going to go to forms, loaded forms, our main form, and we're going to select the ISBN text. And what we're doing here, and again, look at the forms, look at the main form and the ISBN text. And what it's saying is, find out the one that's been selected, which is what we're going to do when we hit that edit button, okay? And that's the one we're going to append. So we're going to say, yes, we want to save it. We're going to write this as query app edit books, BKS books, right. Oh, I'm sorry. Why don't we just do it this way? Not let's do the same thing we did with the query app DE new book. We're going to go query app DE edit book. That's how I want to do it. I want to keep things consistent. And as you can see, it's right there. Now, if I were to run this, let's go into it, go to design view, and let's go to datasheet view. I don't see anything there. All right. Well, I'm going to pick one. I'm going to highlight that one. It would be the same thing if I were to click here. I'm highlighting that record. I'm in that record. Let's go to design view. Let us go to our datasheet view. And nothing is there. Okay, it doesn't find anything. So, let's see. Let's try it now. Let's open it back up now and go to datasheet. We don't see anything. All right, so let's try to hit this edit and see if that will help us. And that doesn't. So we need to be able to select that record within it. Wait a minute, wait a minute. I know why. I goofed. Here. Boy, I should have seen this one coming, and I apologize. So let's go back into build. We are selecting from the main form. We need to go to the subform is what we need. That's why we're not selecting anything. And that's good to show you that it didn't work that way. So we're going to query books, and now we're going to select. Can I do it in query books? Oh, let's go to query books. Let's just check those fields. No, we're not going to make those changes. I want to just see something here. How this is named. I hope it is named correctly, and it should be. It is. All right. So let's go back in here. I should have seen that one coming because you can't append, you have no value in there. Let's go to build again. Let's wipe this out. All right, we're going to go here. Forms, loaded forms, form main, and let's see, subform books. This one, subform books, there it is. Subform books, what is it? Yeah, data entry. And in here, let's see, where is our text? There it is. So let's look at this now. Something new. We're in the forms group of objects. We'll look at the main form, form DE main first, and then we look at its subform, which is subform book DE, and then we look at and under there we have to have another dot form and then text ISBN. Now this kind of is the way you have to reference data in a subform, because you start with a forms group or objects. You go to the main, the subform, then you have to hit dot form, and then you have to put in the brackets the name of the control. You're drilling down pretty far. I'm going to go through this when I go through a list of how you reference objects within different forms. I'm going to save this one here. Now I'm going to come back down here. Now I think if we're right, and I think we will be, and sure we are, and there we have. Isn't that interesting? We did the highlighting here, and it knows which one we've highlighted, which we've selected as Moby Dick, and the year, and so on. Now the publisher, you'll notice the publisher isn't there, and so we need to get the publisher in there. So what we're going to do here is, whoops, I think I lost it by going up there. Let's bring it back up. Okay, we're going to have to add another table, and we can do it this way. We'll just drag in our publishers table. We'll connect our ID to our publisher. Well, no, we don't have to worry about that. Take that back. We need to add the publisher ID into here as well. Yeah, and we have to append that to our PID. So what's going to happen is once we do that, let's go to our design view, our data sheet view. Once it brings 4 into this field you see here, it will translate it into a publisher's name. Okay, so let's go back to our queries. We're going to go in the order that we have here. Oh, not there, I'm sorry, here. We're going to delete temp tables first. Okay, and we only need to delete, in this case, our books table. Going to run it. Yeah, there's no records, fine. It's going to just make sure it's wiped out and clean. Good job. Then what we're going to do here is we're going to append the edit book. Yeah, we're going to edit it, append it, and we go to 1, and that is correct, and we didn't see anything populate. And why? Well, let's do a function F9. Let's see if it'll work with that. Or a function 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, actually, I have to go into the main table to do that. When I do it in VBA code, I have to code it for the main table being refreshed. I was in the subtable. I was down here selecting that. I have to come back up here. Now let's do the function F9 and see if that works. No, how about F5? Let's see if it's in the temp table. See if it got to the temp table. And let's look at books. It is there. It is there. Oh, let us go to design view and let's go to form view. Let's actually look at the main form for a minute there. Go to the properties. Let us make sure. Allow additions is yes. What we will do is we will set that to no as false and allow edits to yes. So when we're doing this here, let's go to form view, and there it is. So what we have to do here, as you can see, is we append this. We haven't done the authors yet. We would query and set the allow additions to false and begin our edit of the book. Now, one other thing hasn't been accomplished or hasn't been done here. So we've got to add another query. And we're going to go create query. And what we're going to have here is we're going to have to bring in books authors. Here, here, and here. And where the ISBN is here, we're going to do the same thing we did. Hang on a moment. Oh, I have to go to build, not properties. Yeah, well, we want to add something here. We did it with the builder. Now we're going to go back in here and do the same thing we did. Remember, we're going to be on a record where we have the ISBN available to us. Let's see. Our loaded forms are that one there. And it will be books.de. And it will be the ISBN. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Get rid of it. The ISBN. Okay. We're going to save this. Yeah. Oh, yes. And we're going to make this one query. Oh, we didn't do append. Boy, that's sorry. We have to do append query, not see. Select. Then we're going to append this one. To which one? Anybody guess? Books authors. That is right. And as you can see, it picked them up beautifully here and here. Since I named the same anyway. All right. So we say yes and query. And this is going to be append DE edit author. And what I want to do too is to make things consistent on this one here, here. Let's rename it. I'm going to call this one DE add author. And that way we know what they are. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Did I get that? Hang on a minute. Let me rename. I don't think I have it right. Add author. There we go. OR. Auth. Just do auth. Make it short. All right. So now I'm going to select Moby Dick again. Now remember, I could run both queries. I would populate here, and I want to populate here as well. So we will right-click on the edit, go to design view, and let's see if we go to our datasheet view, and there it is, and I have my author now selected. Nice, okay. We're going to run that query. We've already deleted everything, so we're going to run it. Yes. About to append one row and so on. Now, if I ran it again, by the way, I'd append more than one because, and I'm going to come here and let's see if a function F9 will work, or a function F5. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hit the function. I meant the control. Let's see here. Nope, function F5. All right, let's just go out to design view and back into form view. And let's go and see if it's in our table. It isn't in our table. Something happened. Let's see. Why is it not in our table? We didn't append it. Go to our query. Datasheet view. Whoa, we've got two of them in there. Wow. Uh, hmm. Uh, Hang on a second. No. Let's come back to our table. Or, yeah, we don't see books authors temp. Well, let me check this query. I have something wrong in here. Let's look where we're appending to. That may be the problem. Oh no, I'm appending to the main. No, I have to append to the temp table. Ooh boy, my goof on that one. How about that? That explains the whole thing. So let's see in design view and in our datasheet view. Let's get rid of one of these lines. Let's get rid of both of these lines. Well, oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. We're all right. So we should have one for Moby Dick. Let's go see what that will be. And let's go into our main query books, and let's see. So for Moby Dick, I have Melville. I should have one. All right. All right. All right. So let us run the query again. Okay, wait a minute. I think I know what it is. That's why. So here we've got to get the right fields. And yeah, okay, so here it is field ISBN. All right. See, we were appending it to itself, and that's something that you can't do. And our AID. So it's different, right, in our temp table. All right, let's try it again. All right, so we're ready to append the one row. We just did. Now, if we open this back up, by the way, um, let's pin this. Always show ribbon. Yeah, right. And let's go to data sheet view. I'm always going to see this record because it's always going to pull the record out from the main table. But I only want to run that query, that append query, just once. All right, now let's look in our temp table. Should be there. And indeed it is. Good. Now let's try the F9 function and let's see if it'll refresh. That doesn't work. 3, 4, 5, that doesn't work. All right. It may have to be a refresh. We're going to go to design view and come back into our view. And there it is. And you see now we have another thing on this as well. So we have to do one other thing. Let's go back to our flowchart, right? So we appended, we queried, and we set the forms to allow addition equals false. We don't have that on this particular form here. We have to do that. Properties. Now what I'm doing is manually, when we get to code, it'll be automatic, and you'll see it go before your eyes. Form view. There. So here we are. Now we should be able to edit this to whatever we want, Agatha or Herman. And let's just say now that the publisher here should be publisher 3, not publisher 2. So now we have our data here. That's in here. Now the question we're going to go back to here, right? And we do the edit of the book, validate the fields, we edit the authors, validate the fields. Now we got to update. We need to update queries here. Okay. And this is where we got to create an update query. And it's a unique query, but it's a nice one. So let's create a query design, and we're going to do an update query. And what we're going to do here is, importantly, is to, whenever you're doing an update query, we got to take a temp table, bring it in, and we have to, well, we should, there are a couple ways to do it. Let's see if we can bring in our book, no, I'm sorry, books. Our books table. Now the ISBNs should match, and it will match them. And so what we're doing here is we're going to update the data in the books table. And this we're going to go to a totals and, oops, sorry, wait a minute, I go back to a totals. A table names, I'm sorry. Let's see. Do we need to have the where statement here? I don't think we can do a grouping on an update. No, we can't. Okay, so what we're going to do here is this update to, but we're going to have criteria in this case. So we're going to go into here and go into build. We're going to go into, I'm sorry, the database, the tables this time. We're going to go into our books temp and our IS BN. Right. So what we're saying is we're going to look at that value in the temp table, all right, and we're going to update. Now we're going to update the other values, okay. Let's see if we can. See if we can drag it in. We got 2 years in here. No. I went the wrong one. Let's go see if we can do it in here and drag it into here. No. Okay, we can't. So we're going to have to, on the update, as I remember, go to build and go to the database tables. No. We don't have to do it that way. I'm sorry. We're looking here. Actually, we don't even have to go into the tables. We're going to look at what values are in the form. Boy, I really can't believe I misdirected you on that one, but this is what you do. So again, we're going to go into the build, but this time into the forms, loaded, this one. Let's go into the, oh no, it's in the main. I'm sorry, the main one. Yeah, the main one. Okay. And let's see. Text ISBN. And so that's going to be a criteria. We're going to look at that one as the criteria. We're not going to update that one. It's just a criteria. The others we shall update. The ISBN is never going to change. Once you set up your update query, it's fairly easy. Forms. Text title. There it goes. And you have to, as I said, it has to be on the form because you have to locate where the information is located for the update. Now, not all update queries are going to be like this, but it may be something simple as just one field being updated. Okay, and this is going to be our year. Text year. All right. Whoa. Let's see if we can't just minimize this for a minute. And let me just see here. Oh, I got the wrong one. I got label title. It's not what I want. Got to get it right. Text. Okay. Go back in, build. And this is not right, so we're going to get rid of this. And we're going to find text title right there. Okay. We got one more to go, which is our publisher. Build. And select that one. And then we're going to go to oh, the combo publisher. Now, this one we got to be careful of. Let's see. All right, I'm just going to leave this here for now because I want to show you what's going to happen. We're going to then save this, call this query update DE and book. All right, close it. Let's bring this one into form view. All right, now here's what I want to show you. Design view, and we're going to go to datasheet. We're not seeing anything right now off of this. So let's see here. Let's go back to design view. Let us check out table books. I don't think we need to have that. Well, actually, we do have to have table books, but not the temp table. Let's see now if it'll work. No. So, let's see. So we're updating, yeah, right, those. So, actually, let me close this for a minute and not save it. On the update query, actually, this should be fine. Just see here. So let us look at our SQL for a minute. Right, where ISBN, see there's a where statement there, and that's what we needed. That's what we needed. Let's see, nothing in there. I'm going to put it into select query, and let's see if we can see anything on that. No, nothing. So the idea we want to do here is to grab the information from the form and update it, or grab the information not in the form. Well, actually, in the table. It isn't in the form because it's now going to be in the table when we save it. So I don't have to look. Well, I could look at the form, I suppose. I think it's better to look at the table information. So let's close this down for a minute. No, we're not going to save it. Let us try to change this to the table, not to the forms. Let's try this here. I think what's happening, I've done it with what's in the forms too, but I think what's happening, let's right click, build. Let's go to our tables. Temp, which will be our books temp. And we're going to put our title in here. All right, let's see. Oh, shoot, I hit cancel. Go back again. It's actually pretty easy. I should have probably stayed with that. And title. Okay. So now let's see what happens. Nothing in there yet. Just trying to think. We are taking. Let me see if I can do all of them to the table entries instead of the form entries. I felt you could use the form entries, but it's in the table. Doesn't matter, right? You're going to save the table. There we go. And and here. Okay. And actually, sorry. Okay, and this is publisher ID. Oh, we got to get rid of the one first. Hello. Publisher ID. Good. And let's do the same thing here. Let's not reference the form. Because the table is what we see here. So, tables and ISBN. Okay, let's save it. Let's go back to, let's see what happens and there we are. There we are. Okay, so what had happened here is I'm trying to reference the form, and the way the query is set up, I'm pulling from tables, not from the form. Now you saw before I referenced the form to append, and you can do that because the data I'm selecting, the one piece of data is from a form. But here I'm going from table to table, and you've got to have your temp and your main table. So I'm looking at this data, and I'm going to append it to books. When I do, voila, okay. So let us go to the update query, just check it out again, make sure it's good. Yeah, it's good. All right, so it's a little tricky, but as I said, you have to have both tables there, you have to have the connection there, and you have to then locate the field, the table field for each one, because you're going from table to table. Makes sense? All right. Now, let's see here. 2, 3, 4. Do we have? All right. So we're going to go, let's go to Publisher 2 and do a control save just to save that data. All right. Now, I am going to run the update query. Let's see what it does. About to update 1 now. You look down below here, Publisher 1 is Moby Dick, right? All right, we're going to hit yes. Then what we're going to do is we're going to delete the book from Books New. Yep, we're deleting that row. I don't think we can use the function here again. It did work one time, but let's see. Hang on a moment. Oh, okay. Function 9. All right, not working there. Let's see. Did it? Oh, it did update it right there below to Publisher 2. Let's see if it took out. And it did. It wiped it out there. So, and as you can see, we're seeing deleted. Now we would be refreshing this form. And we would do the same for the author too. We would create an append query for that as well. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to select Moby Dick again here. And what I'm going to do here is run my query append edit. Yes, I'm doing that. And let's see. We'll go into design view, form view, and actually let's close it and open it back up. We got to refresh it. That's what's going on with it. Yeah, there it is. So Publisher 2 is there. I'm going to change this one back to, I'm going to move it to Publisher 4. I'm going to move this guy over here to Poe. Now I got to create a second update query, as you know. All right, and we're going to create that now. We're going to bring in, and remember, we have to have both tables in here. We have to have this one, and we have to have this one. Now, I'm going to create the connection between these two here. And again, we're updating what's in the main table. And what we're going to do here is in our criteria build, we are going to find the table and find the temps table. Let's see. Which one is it? There it is. And the ISBN, that's going to be our criteria. Okay. And here, we're gonna do the update. I'm sorry, we gotta do the update to. It's an update query. We're gonna come in here. We're gonna go build, and we're gonna find our table again, which is our temp table, and our author ID will go in there. And we'll close this. Say yes. We'll make this query update D E and A U T H. Whoops. Sorry about that. UTH. There we go. All right, so let's look at the query again, and we're going to go in design view again. Let's see if we have anything in there now. Go to data sheet view, and I hope we do, and we do. Oh, that's our book. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Let's go to the author one. Got to have the right one. Go to data sheet, and yes, we are seeing the author name and the author ID in there. Good show. Okay, so we are not we're going to make the change to the book first. Yes, we're going to update that. Yes, we'll update it. Let us then, and as we clicked into it, it automatically updated to publisher 4. It refreshed it. And then we're going to update the author as well. Yeah, update one row. We don't see the author here. So, and then we're going to run the delete. So we're going to have to run deleting the book and deleting the author. And then we would refresh at this point. Let's see. All right, no, let's try 5. No. Um, we'll close it and we'll open it back up. So again, once we have the code in here, whoa, what happened? What happened? Um, not seeing anything here. Oh, I know why. I know why. Um, we have to go back here, and the reason why is because if you remember here, this is why we have to do the other part of this and set this to yes for allow additions. When you don't allow additions, there are no controls available on the form. The same here. So what's going to happen is when we finish the edit, we're going to have to set the allow additions back to yes to allow the form to allow it to be in the that is in the add record or add new um, how should I put this? Add new uh, book and author form. Now, what we will do when we come back, and again, please like and subscribe. This is all free to you. I think what I'm going to do is halt for here for a moment. But what we need to have is an ability. We don't really have to have it here, but we need to see the authors that are connected to this subform here. So what we can do is shrink this form, this subform here. And let's see. And we can enter another subform in there. So let's see here. And let's see what happens if we view that. Okay, let's, well, we might have more than one author, and that's the thing about that. You know what? I'm going to close this, but not save any changes. Let's go back into it. What we can do here is we can add, let me see. Well, I'm just trying to think if it's worth to add the authors here, and it might be. So what we could do The issue is going to be how many authors we're going to add, and I'd like to have this subform nice and large. What we could do, quite honestly, let's see. Show tabs only. We could add the author's subform below this, so let us go to Design View. And we could open this up, this form, a little bit at the bottom. And view it. Okay. So let me see here. Scroll down. Okay, so let's put the footer up here. We don't need to worry about that. Let's bring this one down here. Let's see how that looks. All right, so what I did is I extended that form to the bottom. Now, I can now have real estate to add a subform below here. And that subform will be connected to, well, we could put it within it. I mean, let's see what happens. I don't like having a subform in a subform, but there's a good reason for it. So, let's see here. Design view. And let us see what will happen here. Now, I can't put it in a details section, by the way, because if I put it in a details section, it will repeat. Remember we talked about that? So, we are going to put it in the form footer properties, and we need to look at this color here. The detail, oh, I'm sorry, format, that's what I'm looking at, this color right here. I need the color for that background to match what's here. Good. Okay. Now, we are going to, so we're going to add a subform to this because we want to connect the data between the subform and the subform. All right. So what we'll do here, let me see. We will go to tables, and we will go to tables, let's see, authors. And so, but we need authors, and we need authors ID. So let's create a query design. Actually, let me see if I have it. Books, I don't have it. Create query design, and we're going to bring in 2 of our tables. Yes, we're going to have books authors, and whoops, I've got to drag it in. Sorry about that. Not click on it. And authors. And what we're going to do here is connect these two. So we're going to have the ISBN and the author here. And so what we're going to do here is, no, wait a minute. Take that back. We're connecting it so that we know the author. Right, no, we don't need the ISBN. Well, in the main form, let's just look at that for a minute. You have, let's see, ISBN, yeah, you don't have, right. So we're going to need to then minimize that. We're going to need to have the ISBN. That's correct. And the author. We don't need to have the author ID because we're just displaying the data. Let us go and view and see what we see. Now, let's see. Yes, we have unique entries, it looks to me, based upon the ISBN. And so in other words, let's see, 1, 2, 3, is that 9? Hang on a minute. Yeah, it is. 8, 7. All right, what we're going to do here as well, uh, let's see. Let's just right click up the top and go to design view. Let's put these in order. It's not going to matter for us. Um, right, there's 2 there. Okay, okay. 2 there. Okay, so this looks good. So I'm not going to then put them in order, right? Yeah. And we're going to call this query, let's see, query data entry authors. All right. And there we go. Bring this back up here. And all right, let's look at that for a minute in our queries. All right, we're going to rename this. And we're going to say query authors. I want to keep consistent with how their naming convention is that I have, so I know what I'm looking at. Now, we're going to go to create. And you notice we've highlighted authors DE. We're going to hit form. Now, we're going to see this here. And actually, I don't like it. So we're going to say no. What we'll do here, create. We're going to do a, let's do the form wizard. I'm not a big fan of it, but we're going to bring in the query. Query authors DE. We only need the author into there. We don't need, well, we need both fields. Well, we don't need them as, no, we only need the author. Go next. We're going to do data sheet. Next. And we're going to call this subform authors. Authors DE. Something like that. All right. So there we have it. So now we're going to come in here and we're going to, well, we don't even have to do it that way. We can just go to forms and drag it in. So let's see what happens. Form within the subform object can't have its default property to continuous forms. All right, and this is where you get into this issue of continuous forms. So let's see if we can set it to datasheet. Let's see, subform subreport. All right, let's then get rid of it for a moment. Let's go into here. Oh, wait, we're already open? Where are we open? I'm going to save this for a minute. Yeah. Let's go in here. All right, let's see. Is it set to continuous form? Properties. Yes, it is. Let's try to set it to datasheet. Yeah. All right. And save it. Let's view it, by the way. Oh, oh, no, I think we picked the wrong one. Let me just see here. Subform. Let's see. We don't need it to be this, we picked the wrong form. I think I dragged the wrong one in. Again, it gets confusing when you have a lot going on here. That's why nomenclature is important. And yeah, I don't like this one. I'm going to rename it something else. So I'm going to just say authors here. Authors, author. And let's see. Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa. All right. And let's see. Up there. Okay. And are we in continuous form here? What are we in? We're in data sheet. Yeah, okay. Which we should be in. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to rename this one. Uh, yeah, we're going to just name this one subform authors. We're just going to leave it at that. Okay. So we're going to go to our main one here. Go to design view. I dragged this one, which is wrong. Let's drag this one and see what it does. And that's okay. It's fine. So we learned something, and I knew about this, by the way. This was not unknown to me. That what would happen would be um, if you can have a subform in continuous mode that's in a form that's in continuous mode. It won't work. It's like a many to many. Let's see, and we can close this out. Come on. All right, let's get the color here. All right, and put it in there. And background, that's border. Oh, no, I'm stuck in the whole thing. It'll go over here. There we are. Format. Oh, we need to go format for this. That's it. For our detail, actually our form header. And that's fine. There we go. So we are going to then bring this up a little bit. Come on, bring it down. It's better to have a regular mouse than the pad that I have here. Okay. Bring it down. Good. Um, let's take a look at it. Oh, there's one other thing we got to look at here. Right click, properties, data. Now, here's the thing here. I don't have the link between, oh wait, I'm not selecting it. Hang on a second, let me see if I can get it. I didn't see the link there. Ah, there we go, master and child. So, over here, we're going to select the ISBN and the ISBN here. Okay, so what we're doing essentially is that when we go from record to record, it's going to update that and show us. Let's go to view and see what happens. All right. Wow. So let's see. I don't know why. Maybe it's just too much. Um, is this set to continuous? Maybe it. Single form. Why is it set to single? It should be continuous. Oh, it may have done that because of what I did before. Let's see. All right, let's go to continuous on here. Let's see what it does. All right, good. Now let's see if we can save that. And let's view it and see what happens. Yeah. Okay, well, it's we have to, I think, yeah, here's what we're going to do. Design view. I'm going to have to pull this out of here. Actually get rid of it. What we're going to have to then do here is close up this. Okay. And what we're going to do here is we're going to bring the subform into here, right in here. Here we go. Bring it down below here. And now we're going to have to check our master and child, and it's going to change a little bit, as you know. Yeah, we have to now add them now back. This one is the master is going to be the main form, ISBN. Oh boy. That's going to be a problem. Let's see. Not going to work. All right. Let's see. We put it in there. So let me do this. Let me close it but not save it. No. Let me come in here again. All right. What we can do, let's see. Will it change it? Yeah. Yeah. You see as we click on it, changes it. So what we're going to do here is quite simple. Design view. We're just going to extend this one here to the bottom. And, which is interesting because I think that's the problem with it. It doesn't have enough. Come on. There we go. So let's bring this down to the bottom. Let's see. We need to just really get this one, yeah, close to there. Let us then bring this down a little bit more. Okay, let's now see what happens. We may have to go. Yeah, so I think what's going on here, let's see. Yeah, it's scrolling up on that. We're gonna have to make this smaller. Let's go to design view and take this and make this smaller. And even though we're not seeing the controls on here, it's what it's doing is it is covering it up. All right, let's right, the form footer is what's covering it up. So I'm gonna just delete this here and bring my form footer all the way up. That's it. And this is why putting a, yeah, see here. So when that subform sits within there, it causes a little bit of a problem for it. And for me to connect with the ISBN up here, it doesn't make any sense. That's not going to be there. So we'll find another way to do this, and I will bring it to you. But it should fit a subform within the form, and we should be able to see everything. So please like and subscribe, and stay with me. We're getting there with this. So we're going to create this where we're going to do both adding a book and editing a book within the same form. It's a really neat way to do this. And, you know, Uh, Once the code is added to it, you're going to see how quickly things work and how easily things work. But we're not there yet with the VBA. We'll have got to finish up with forms and then reports before we touch that. Anyway, wherever you may be, have a great day, evening, night, morning, and I will see you soon.